Hello, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Hey, David Annie, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Anyways, so let's get into the thing. I had a contest. Okay, wait. I accidentally muted my mic. So I did a contest on Discord, and people had 1 month to make anything they wished. The only limit was their imagination. You didn't know? Yeah, that's okay. I only like announced it in my community tab and whatnot. But today I will be doing my judging of each level featured in the contest. And yeah, holy, give me a moment. Okay, yeah, sorry. I had something real quick. Anyway, there was only 8 entries because, well, I didn't like too much. Hey, Pro Creator A at GD, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna do level requests later because there's only 8 levels, 8 entries to go through, and yep. Can we make a poll for each 2 levels you judge? Maybe. Alright, let me bring out my little thingy. I don't know if you guys are hearing this, but that's your main menu theme because GD has got some copyright issues, so I'm gonna have to put that there. Anyway, how's it going? Green Luck, Abdul, Jane Water Official, Aluf. No need to spam though. So, what do we have here? What do we have here? Let's see. Which one is it? This one? It's this one. Okay, apparently my thing doesn't want to... I don't get this. Okay, well, technical difficulties. Oh, there it is. There we go. So, we are judging each of these little entries. And the first one is by Mega. We get the ID here. Let's plop it in there. Let me just make sure you guys see it. Let's start with Quasar. Okay, apparently there's a chance this is rated. Ooh. Okay, I like that little star glare. Now this part feels a little more flat. Not bad though. Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like some parts of this are quite empty. Some song switches as well. Now let me make sure I'm not gonna go back onto the start. Ooh, we got to the upside down. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Yeah, I feel like there's like a minimal sort of design here. If you can still join, no, the contest is over. Sorry. I don't know why you just kind of die there. Okay, I like the way that text kind of just like came in. All right, I think that was a 7 stars. This was pretty good. No, Pro Creator, it's over. The contest is over. But I will be doing the second contest. Anyway, let's get to the thing. Let's go over here. So I'm gonna explain what this is about. Let me see the thing. So we have 2 judges. One of them is Endon, but he's not with us on the stream. So I have a gameplay and a visuals sort of number, and so does Endon. We can have feedback, and we can give feedback and whatnot. And overall, it will then count the total score based on the 4 levels that were affected. In my opinion, gameplay was a solid 8. I didn't have that many issues with it. However, towards the end, it was like a little scuffed, like with the dash orb. I did not like that much. Visuals, though, I'm a bit blunt here. I think 7 could be a good mix. I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, wait. Let me do this real quick. No, that's not alright. That's not alright either. Okay, actually, it could be right because, like, wait, give me a sec. Let me just, like, put an 8 and a 2. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is right. It is right. It currently stands as a 3 on average, but that's not gonna be the final score. That's gonna be up to Ender to see who wins. Anyway, in my opinion, really, I think it has a good foundation. I think it had a really good foundation, but it needed some block designs could like need some work. I heard a lot of people were kind of rushing their levels on the contest, which, well, it happens. I'll fix that later. I'll just like go to the next level. Next one is Cool Lime. Cool Lime. Let's get the GeoGuessr music back on there. No ID. Okay, wait. Give me a moment. Let's. This is meant to be Green Luck's level. Hey, Green Luck. Where's your level? I can't find it. You can just like ping me on Discord, and I'll check it out, or you can like run it in chat. I'll check it out. In the meantime, I'm gonna check the next one. I guess it's by Zendor. I've already played like some of this. Apparently, basically what I've been just like doing is like observing, you know, some entries to see how they're doing. I couldn't say anything about it because, well, how would that be fair? You know, I can't say feedback or anything to make a thing improve. And this level was pretty random, I will say. Oh, there's some pretty cool effects here, but there's practically no sync. And a lot of times this also feels like a layout, so. Now, I think what happened is that Zendor was trying to get like a Nong song like dealt with, and it unfortunately didn't just like go through in any way. So yeah, okay, yeah, here. I flopped. I had to pick the song last second because my friend not being able to upload this music to Newgrounds. That is tragic, unfortunately. That is pretty tragic. So as for the gameplay, let me just bring you back in here. Yeah, and then we'll be judging the submissions. Yeah, he's gonna be the one that actually decides y'all's fate, by the way. This looks like it was built in the lobotomy era. Not really. Anyway, let me... poll? Y'all want a poll? I feel like it's a no contest as to which level was the better one of those two, so not really. Anyway, so in my opinion, the gameplay, it was I would give it a 4 for the benefit of the doubt. There was some fun, definitely. Actually 3 because of the lack of sync. Visuals, I'm gonna be harsh. It's a 3 as well. There were some good ideas involved, but the lack of structure, sync, etc. made it feel undeveloped and quite random. And huh? Oh, what do you mean? Okay, wait. GHIJ. Okay. It gives us. Why does it give us 6? Oh wait, yeah. Okay, wait. It's a 1.5. It's 1.5. There we go. That's the correct answer. I just needed to check that. Let's just leave it at that. Let's see if Cool Lime has been submitted. Okay. It has. He has DM'd me with the thing. Let's fire it up. It's still not here. I think there's some on. Yeah, I checked Discord. Look, it's still not working. I think what happened is the unlisted bug. I think you should re-upload it. I will count it because you definitely submitted it in time, as you can see from the list. But in the meantime, let's get back to it. The next one is tax compliance. It's a hard demon. Ett par rollpuikko and Toxar. Or T0 Xar. Ooh, okay, promising. Okay, yeah. I can see where the difficulty is coming from. Really cool atmosphere. I'm a sucker for that. What? Okay, I think I gotta... Okay, I had to hit that light. Okay, this part feels a bit messy. Clashes with all... Okay, I think what's going on is the layering is kind of scuffed. Like, you can... I think this is meant to be in the background. Or unless this is like the foreground, I don't know. This feels quite, like it goes through all of that. Maybe that feels a little... It feels a little messy in places. But not bad, in a sense. Now I'm the one that's kind of selling here. Okay, you have to do that. I can see why this is hard demon. I'm gonna be scoundrel and just. Okay, that felt way easier than the rest. Okay, are these? Okay, let's see. Are these? I'm gonna put hitboxes on death. Okay, yeah, there are some little. Death sticks. Let's call them death sticks. If you know, you know. Star Wars reference. This part could use some air deco in my opinion, and some slightly better structuring. But I do like the atmosphere again. Like the particles are great. The fact that it's a 9 circles one, it does feel a little weird. Also the sauce. You can see like the blue glint. I'm pretty sure that's because of the glow here. Yeah, and again, check the. You can put your thoughts in the form, or like the submission step. I have it in the server. I also don't like how there's the portal here is like invisible. Or like the portals here are invisible. What is this, dude? Oh boy. Yeah, that's good. That's kind of rough. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of invisible portals here. And yeah. Okay. We got some stuff here. I like the falling clock. Yeah, the checkerboard detail is kind of just covering everything, I'm afraid. This also feels a little bit static, I would say. But isn't that bad. Oh, I thought I had it going there, damn it. Okay, can I... At least this stays consistent. That is something good I can name it. Okay, that is just brutal. Oh, not really brutal, it's just like, because like at this point you can like tell those are like dangerous. Because there's been a lot of those. Okay, we're back to the yin-yang style. This is really unique. I'll be a little out of place given how it's like 3-dimensional and how the rest is like 9 circles. You re-uploaded it? Okay, pretty sure this is okay, green lock. Is it this? No, it's not. Okay. Let's just get to back to the thingy. Okay, so tax compliance. Visually, I think it's a 5. I think a 5 is pretty good because like it was okay, but there was like so much messiness around. As for the gameplay, I think I'm giving it a 6. There was some good ideas there. I think once again, I'm gonna give this one a grade. Though checkerboard makes things quite messy, plus the beginning and end parts feel a bit out of place compared to the 9 circles, like as feel of the rest of the level. Alright, I think that is where I'm gonna put tax compliance on. Alright, okay, he sent me the new one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's still not here. It's still not here. Where's Postmetro? Ha? It's out, man. And it actually got a send like a couple hours ago. It was by Arcanine. And we got the has. We got the has. Alright. I'm pretty sure there's some unfortunate unlisted bugs, so that probably means I won't be able to review it on stream, unfortunately, but unless the issue gets fixed, which would be pretty nice. Anyway, next level is Space Penguin by GD Capybara 1, and it's the Charmish. Alright, we get some promising comments. Let's give it a... Ooh, okay. We're off to a very bright start. Okay, right off the bat, I feel like there's some... How can I explain it? I think the ground spikes here are quite large. Quite large here. Takes up a weird... It makes it feel a little weird, especially with the gradient here. And speaking of which, yeah, the custom ground is kinda... It hasn't been touched. I'm not sure about the... Okay, this part I like, mainly due to the simplicity. Okay, and that was pretty short. I'm gonna give it another shot again. I don't know. There are attempts of doing really cool stuff here. I like the star part quite a bit. I think the second part with the stars kind of carries here. But the rest is like kind of okay. Hey, Happy Bug, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Or welcome back to the stream. Hey. Anyway, let's get back to the thingy. How many levels? We are at level 5. Technically level 4, but yeah. Gameplay, I would say, I think 7 suffices, because like it was a lot more functional and also less difficult, I would say. Visually, I think 5.5. First part was quite, I think this first half is messy, second half clean and cool. I think that's how I'm gonna put it. I want to see if the scores are right. I think the scores are right. That means this. Okay, yeah. I don't know why it sometimes just puts it as dates. That's the correct score. There we go. That's more like it. I think 5.5 is pretty good on that regard. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. It is CC1 Submesh by Hunter Samurai. There's a dislike. So that's gonna be interesting. There's no comments? Really, no comments, okay. There's an ad? Well, okay. Very beginner-like. I can see the vision with collapsed monsters, but they're not as original. They're cool, but not original. So, and we can also just do this as well. Okay, this is pretty random as well. No. There's this. Yeah, I'm just gonna. What is this? Okay. I had to do a pretty weird input there. This is probably the most unserious entry of this. Yeah, you know what? Wait. Okay, it was just no clip, okay. I was like, what? Alright, do we beat the level? Ah, we can. Okay. Let's... that was that. Hey, Onden, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'll be doing level requests later on the stream. I won't be doing them yet. So, yeah. All right. I mean, it didn't deserve a dislike, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, and yeah. Alright, let's get back into the form. Not the form, actually it's kind of a form. It's the spreadsheet. Let's get back to the spreadsheet. Okay, well, gameplay-wise, I'll be honest, I'm gonna be brutal here, it's a 1. And the visuals is also a 1. This was definitely a bit of a more joke entry, I would say. I'm gonna just do that. Okay, maybe not, maybe not. If there was like actual feedback I would give is that I recommend exploring different blocks as well as using the color trigger. Gives a bit more aura to your levels in the future. Some of the gimmicks also felt out of place, and the balancing was fell out of place, throwing up of the balance. Now that is not the best feedback I could give. I'm just kind of writing it up pretty quickly. I might go back and look at these levels later. But yeah, that's just how the cookies crumble. So yeah. There's quite a lot of things coming from inexperienced creators. And yeah, Greenlock's gonna be... Anyway, next one is Corlaw. He actually playtested my level. Everyone knows that, which is pretty sick. Some of the BS. Okay, he did an unfinished map for the VPJ Creator Contest 1. Okay, this is unfinished, but it could be good. We can give it a shot. Okay, promising start already. Ooh. Wait, low-key, a pretty W coin here. I don't think I can use that. I would say the jump pads feel a little out of... Could use something here. Hey, we got the vibes here. I think what this needs is just like a little bit more liveliness, animation, you know. Also, can we break the level? Also, you can break the level. So, there's still stuff to improve on. But given this is like unfinished, that's pretty fair. I definitely like the atmosphere of this. Alright, and what? I can't complete the level. Am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. I'm gonna go back. Bro, forgot to add ship portal. That will be... I mean, there's gotta be some way, because like he verified this, no? Okay, well, I'm gonna see what happens after this. Is there like a thing here? Dude, this would have been sick. This level's made by Colo. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. That would have been so sick. I think that's insane. And there's probably something I missed. There's gotta be something I missed. You know? There's gotta be something I missed. I'm gonna copy the level and just see what I missed, because there's definitely... I have a hunch that I missed something, but I can't, like, see what exactly. Oh, that's it. Wait. You don't have Discord, but you made a level? Yeah, the server is, yeah, the contests are pretty much for the Discord server only, I'm afraid. But I do wanna... You can request it in the later part of the stream, because I will be doing level requests, so... Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to... I'm pretty sure... Let me do this. That's not the key. Let's, do this. Hey, I got it, okay. Now, I like the gameplay. It's gonna be in 8. Visuals, I would give it a 9, honestly. That was definitely by far the best one. I have no idea where the unfinished I mean, really good ideas. Atmosphere. Ending is just a death sentence. I don't know how you verified it. I can also tell the unfinished by the lack of animation, etc. I think because of the lack of animation, I think I'll drop it down to an 8, but that was definitely by far the best entry, for sure. Next one is, and the last one of the stream is, unless Greenlock actually just gets to it. It's I Am Cooked by Vicky. Now I heard Vicky big trouble. So let's see. Okay, we got the... Is this a gem? Made it the last day. Made it 1 day in 2 hours. Okay. He used the 3-hour level song. Let's see how this goes. Okay, very 3-hour level vibes. We got 3-hour land vibes here. Okay, really cool effects. I think some of the gameplay choices here are a bit unorthodox though, and also like the areas look a little ugly whenever like they. I don't like saying ugly in a sense, but you can tell something's off whenever these are moving. It's like very obvious here. You can see like the holes coming up and yeah. I like the background here. Ah, that's it, okay. That's pretty much it. And yeah, when do we collab? I'm not up for collabs. The only collaboration that may come of this is really just the nature of who wins. Am I gonna collab? I'm only collabing with the winner of this contest. That's one of the prizes. But a lot can still change. There can be some good levels. Or like there can be the ultimate winner here. But as for this level, let's get back here and talk about it. In my opinion, there were some pretty good aspects of it. I would say this is a solid I mean, I think a solid 7 could... I think 6.5 sounds pretty good for the gameplay. There were some good aspects about it. I like the first part. But then it kind of just like... I don't know, it felt a little weird. Visually, I think this is gonna be a I think I'm 4.5 because good ideas, but there can be a lot to explore. I think, but it did look kind of clean, so maybe like maybe a 6 instead could work. The thing about me rating levels from 1 to 10 is that I'm bad at it. But that's how it is. As for this, I think really cool ideas. Effects. So the area move made the structures look broken, plus the one part with different colors felt a bit out of place. Cool. I think that's how I'm gonna put it. Yeah. I think that's that. I'm gonna show you guys the score of what I've been putting so far. It is a 3. Okay, so I think in the lead we have Quasar for pretty much being the unofficial level. Pretty much the thingy. Then we got Space Penguin. Wait, how is it? Oh wait, yeah. Kolo's the winner so far. Then we get Space Penguin. And then we get Quasar. And then that's the top 3 as of right now. That being said, I think that's that for the contest for now. Now, give me a moment. I'm gonna deploy some little forumage. Deploy some little forumage and some little change. Change to the thing. Let me put that in here, and let me quickly just like switch some stuff real quick. So what was your favorite entry? I think mine was the one by Kolo. And I think Quasar was the second best one as well. Anyway, with okay, that is let me quickly change the thumbnail and all right, let me do that. And now it shows 11 viewers for me. Anyway, that's enough for the contest submissions. Now, let me pull up the thing real quick. I could have shown an ad there if I wanted to. But now, let me just put this up in the chat. Hey, Darcy here, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You can now submit your levels because this is now the return of level requests. Feel free to submit your level into the form. And let's see what you guys are gonna play or like submit me. Feel free to submit those, let's just say, fake entries, I would say. And okay, not fake. They are Discord-less entries. I think that's the way to put it. Okay. Okay, first level, I have roles in the form, and I can already tell this guy broke it, probably. Because this... Okay. The fact that, I know techno, you know what, I'm gonna... Okay, wait, give me a sec. Let's just, you know, give feedback and whatnot, because what are the level requests for? That's the rest of the stream. Alright, anyway. Loud and Clear preview and Techno IH. I know that guy. Really good feedback person. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put this guy in as well. Now that we are on the rest of the thing. And let's finally give it a shot. Okay, off the bat, really good. I like the vibes of the gameplay here. I like the song representation here. Now, what's... Okay, how am I meant to do this part? Do I just like... That's wild. Okay, I have no idea how to pass that one. So I have to no clip, I'm afraid. Other than that, it seems pretty fine so far. Really good sync. Okay, well... Okay, there are some really good sync. There are some moments with the sync, but then it also, like... It isn't the most accurate, so you could maybe improve on those. I do like the experimental nature of this layout, though. Like, all the flowers. I feel like this part is a bit easier than stuff at the start. Like some of the gameplay at the start, like with the ball gameplay and whatnot. Ooh. Also, the structure in here is pretty... I feel like you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time decorating this. Of course, I don't know what your decoration skills are, but I do like the structures, but I feel like these can be pretty hard to decorate, just like, as I know. I don't know if this is meant to be decorated or anything. Ooh! No! I am a sucker for this part. I think this is just my favorite part because of the way that, you have to like actually okay, pay attention to the thing. And that's the level. Really, really good stuff. Not bad. it was pretty solid, and I do think it has some pretty good things. I think some of the gameplay at the start felt a bit unbalanced in a sense, but other than that, really sick layout. I love the ending in particular. Well made. Well made. Next level, there's only 10 levels in the submission form. Oh boy. There's already 10 levels in the submissions. Okay, the next level, I'm gonna have to bring out the random number generator. Random number, that's the random number. Random number generator, there's 9 submissions. We get 7. What is number 7? You may ask. It is a demon. And it's by We Toledo. And they like Geometrical Dominator the most, which is pretty cool. I like that level. Try to not get your PC lagging. Yeah, okay. Right off the bat, this is pretty laggy. I like the color scheme as well. Oh. Oh, okay, I just kind of messed up the gameplay here. Oh my god, can I not be bad? There we go, that finally. I like the... Yeah, this is very... Okay. There's a lot to say. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So far, I think you could improve on structuring because a lot of them are just like these pillars. And I think you could have a bit more variety as such. Second of all, I noticed some sections just had movements, like moving blocks, but like there was the layout blocks like still hidden. And the spotter was kind of just like flying, in a sense. I think you could just have the layout blocks just removed like that, because there was still like an outline, I think. And for that, I can just like, yeah, it's a sync level, so everything could, yeah. You definitely have a pretty good sync here, so. And we're back to the lag. I think the lag is like due to the particles, which I feel like it could tone down, or at the very least. Because like you can also like have a little bit more variety in like colors here, especially for like parts like this where it's like all red, and the only thing that like makes this separate from the other blocks is like okay, and I just straight up missed that. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I just wasn't able to see the thing. Yeah, but I think the one thing that this level most definitely needs is optimization. Just I'm going below 100 frames. That's very unusual for me. For like any geometry dash level, really. Okay, it gets better here, I think. But okay, can I not die? I also feel like some of the things are pretty on-site readable as well. Vastauksesi on tallennettu. That just means the form is just like there. I think that's just like the default submission setting. I think I can do that real quick. I think I can do some changes to that real quick. But yeah, in my opinion, just like optimize the level quite a bit. And I also would suggest making things a bit more side readable overall. As well as some minor color fixes here and there. I think those should be what you need to improve on this. Okay, anyway. Next up, I'm gonna... let me see if I can change the thing. It's I think Okay, I can't find the thing. Oh well. Just so you know that Finnish text that appears, Vastauksesi is ultimately the thing that switches it up. It just means that you have sent the thing. That's just what I'm trying to say. Okay. Next one. There are 11 submissions in the form. Are there any duplicates? There seems to be not. Very good. 11. There's... Okay. From 7 to 6, we got Counters Void by Counter GD. It's a demon, I think. It's a demon. Of course it's a demon. There's a Send, which makes me enjoy this. Okay, this is, there's a video for this as well. So 2 very base pick for a level. I'm gonna see if I can play this first. Okay. Okay, gotcha. You go down. I like the atmosphere of this. The very simple atmosphere. The fitting blocks and okay, I think you're either supposed to. I think you're supposed to like maybe jump over the spike here or something. Okay, I might actually fire up the video. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to fire up the video for this one. Really cool gameplay though. Give me a moment. I'm gonna fire up the video real quick. It is here. We got the power director as well. My computer is not liking this at all. Okay, there we go. You're still here? That's fun. Alright, is everybody seeing the video? I think they're seeing the video, but it's like super out of scale. But let me just fix that real quick. That's my fault. Okay. That was just because of the zooming in. I think the video shall go over here. I don't know if you guys are still seeing. Of course, moves away. Damn it! That's annoying. Let's just play like this, I guess. YouTube is definitely not liking... Why is my computer so unstable today? I'm pressing full screen and it doesn't full screen. Awesome. There we go. Excuse me for that one. Alright. I got this far. I think... Really good song representation of already. Really experimental. I'm a sucker for the masking. As the self-proclaimed mask man. Okay, there's one thing I could point out, and you could turn the background here yellow to like match what is coming up here. I think that would be like a pretty decent transition. And that area kind of just like kind of just cut away. I think I do like how it goes full circle here with the blocks. GG's. Not bad. Not bad. Let me just bring you all back here. Y'all are just like making a collab. That's fun. Not having a J block is criminal. I can't really comment on that. I think visually there was some really cool stuff. You're gonna get the area to interfere out properly. Ooh, okay. In that case, you could have the area stay, but don't like have it just stay for a little more seconds until the thing is like gone. You can just like stop having the area on that one. Really good atmosphere, in my opinion. Good song representation and sync. Overall, a pretty sick level. I think there could be some more slight additions to detail here and there. But that's just about it. I think and some polishes here and there with the areas and transitions. Anyway, 14 levels in the form. We get 8. We get a lot of the middle ones right now. We get a hard 4 and 5-star level. It is Slash Mechanic by Repex. That's definitely not Stereo Madness. They definitely won't be doing Stereo Madness here. Alright. Okay, so this is a... it's a long. This level might contain... oh boy. Well, let's start the level, I guess. Oh. Shaletsky. What the... I'm gonna tutorial this. Brick wall. Slash... There's a lot to do this. There's a lot for this. The usual put as a sword and slash is a brick wall. Okay, that's right arrow and left arrow. Gonna shoot a brick wall. Okay, let's... Hey, what is this tip? How dare you? Alright, let's easy mode in this. Okay, I'm learning this out. Okay, I feel like this is a really cool thing. Okay, do I hold? Okay, I do hold. Okay. This is a pretty cool one. Definitely a modified Stereo Madness though. Definitely a modified Stereo Madness. The gimmick is really cool. Don't get me wrong. You could make something really cool with like an original level here. But I feel like that's all that there's a wind up to it for it. Yeah. There were more than 300 levels in the queue. So that was like Death of Sin. Let me see if there's anything more to this. If there's not, then we'll move to the next one. I think really cool concept. I'm just gonna, yeah, this is just Stereo Madness. Yep. I want to see the ending. I want to see this developer's note. Hey, that's fun. There's probably stuff I missed here. Go to sleep. 1,000 attempts. Oh boy. Really cool trigger setups and whatnot. You know what? I like the mechanic. There's like some stuff here. I think you could improve on the buttons and how they're like, how their opacity is just like kind of. I do get it. Opacity is kind of a pain. You could like have it move onto the screen instead, in that regard. Really cool gimmick though. See you, Aleph. Thanks for coming to the stream. 14, and it's number 1. The first level in the forum is, right now is, what the heck? Collectible by Tarzadir. I think I'm just gonna search the name of the, oh, it's this one. It's platformer. I can't, it's too hard. 15 seconds. Oh. Oh, okay. I think, we just have to... Is there more to this? Oh god. Wait, how did you beat this in 15 seconds? It feels a little sketch. Yo! What's been happening? Hey, thanks for the 10 PLs. Unfortunately, I don't take donation IDs. I'm afraid. But I really appreciate the donation here. I'm afraid. But I really do appreciate the donation, though. As for, hey, Hendrik Silva, I'm doing levels in the forum, so you can get the levels getting sent that way. It would be appreciated. I think I do want to improve the little thing real quick. Send levels here, real quick. Let me just like. Do not donate for IDs. I just don't want people to like send money just so that the level gets like I'm playing levels randomly. I'm playing levels randomly and whatnot so that people can have a fair chance. I get a lot of IDs as a result, so I think this is more of a concept for a level. What the? Okay, there was a twist. I had a feeling there was a twist. Wait, where do I go? Oh god. Oh god. This is fun. Ah. Okay, wait. Wait, how are you supposed to get that one? What? I think I've seen... I'm gonna check a little more after this and I feel like I've seen everything that this level offers. Really cool idea. I do think there's some stuff. There's like some really cool difficulty. What is this? Where's the level? Huh? Okay, the level's just like nowhere apparently. Fair enough. I won't be playing I won't be playing any of those levels. Sorry. What was that scream? It was a manly scream. It was a manly little scream. Anyway, 14 levels. Bada bing, bada boom. It's 3. What is ID number? It is Green Lux level. Whoa, is this for the contest? No, this is the Scully Hop level. Okay. Okay. We got the Nullscape Zone. Pretty sick. I like the way like these what is it called? The lines are like three-dimensional in a way. I think that's a really cool detail that you added. How are y'all doing on the level? It's all... Let's just move on. Okay, I'm not noticing the 100% bug, but I think that's completely normal. With like 1.0 levels, there's like a lot of really cool stuff you can do. I think this one does quite a lot of good. I think some structures could be like buried here and there. I think the me and yeah. I'm gonna give it one more playthrough just to like get like my pure opinions here, because like I feel like I just didn't do much. I think it gets slightly more difficult as it goes, and yeah, the test is like kind of weird. Overall, I like the 1.0. I think it gets a little harder as it goes on though. Placing an engine group before the start of the level. Overall, pretty sick. Pretty sick stuff with cool concepts here and there. Next one is the same amount of IDs. Let's give it a shot. 9. Okay, we get... What is his name? We get Ball Snatcher by Mwahaha GD. Alright. Okay. This is a pretty crowded with visuals off the bat. I think there is some good stuff you can do. Okay. I'll have to hit that then. Oh yeah, wait. Wait, it's this level, yeah. I saw the feedback on this one. This was submitted by... Yeah, okay. This was submitted on the Discord server for feedback. Ooh, I actually kind of like this transition. It's like by far the best level in a sense. I wish. Okay. Here's the thing. I feel like it doesn't like represent the song all that much because like there's like barely pulses. There are some particles and whatnot that like fit the vibe in a sense, but it doesn't like pulse or anything. And I think that and yeah. At least, okay, the sync is pretty good. A lot of people also like rely on the rocking camera for possible intensity, but a lot of times it just comes up as cheap, and this unfortunately is just one of those cases. Hey, Dark Sagittarius, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I have a form. You can submit the level there, and okay, the level definitely had quite a lot of great ideas. Like even the star background here at the end is really cool. And yeah. Play Rage Quit? I won't. Sorry. You got your solo extreme sent? Hey, that's pretty nice. I actually also got a sent recently. It was for this level that I did for a contest. And it was by Arcanin. 32 objects for the start thing? Not bad actually. Pretty optimized. Overall, I think the level just like kinda needed some cleanup in decoration because it felt quite messy all the way through, and song representation is also something I could consider working on. Other than that, it was like not that bad. Okay, next one is another very early on. It's literally number 1. Next one is David Haney's Deep Block Chaos. This one's short. That is not a good sign. The song being bad is not a good sign. It says a W though. I'll play it, but yeah. Okay, yeah. This is just a challenge. I'm not gonna give that much feedback for it, but okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, there was no way I was gonna beat that. Yeah, I think it... On balance, I would say so, yeah. But it was ultimately pretty... I think it was a challenge level more than anything, so yeah. Next one is 15. There's 15 in the form, so this one is the newest. It's by Dark Sagittarius. Count 5 and die. Using demos by Zolkrieg. Not finished. Okay, so it's a preview. Gotcha. Let me drink real quick. I'm gonna ignore the keys. Okay, very JSEP vibes. I'm gonna get the keys. I don't know what they do. Okay, the fact that you could just die to the things a little earlier than you should is a bit of a... It just means that it's a little scuffed. I feel like you could have had some indication as to where those toggles were. Or the, you know... You could like have the toggles like move around or something. so that the player just doesn't like stick down to the bottom and they're like, oh god, they have to go up, and they miss it because they didn't go up, you know. I feel like that would be a little more interesting in that sense. Okay, I do like the way this is sort of structured in a sense. I would say pretty readable gameplay other than that. Like, if you know JSAP, it's pretty simple. I would say you could improve on structuring here. Because, like, a lot of them are just quite square-like, and there's a lot of like open space as well, so you could like have a bit more going on. Also, for the air deco, you could also have a bit more stuff over there. Also, in the original JSAP, I think you had like white details like pulsing as well, like. 2 out of 4. I think that was for a coin. Again, I wish there was like an indication for here to have to go here. Except for, okay, well, I think the arrow actually kind of explains quite a bit. You know what? I'll give that a pass. And that was it. It ended on a pretty unfinished note. It was not that bad though. Not that bad in a sense. Because like I think JSAT levels in general don't really have that much detail, and I think you got the vision pretty nicely, so pretty good for a JSAT level. Level request is a viewer form. Generally, I don't really want that many, or like I generally have a bit more passion towards like building stuff, but I also do like reviewing, so it's kinda whatever. Next one is Style Wave by Dinosaur X, and it's rated, so we're off to a good time for sure. We got Osk with the lemon icon, that's fun. Super Cluck, I like Super Cluck. Let's just like give those a shot, and thanks for the feedback, you're welcome. Let's give it a shot. I love the punchy like impact. I like the punchy impact shake, you know. I think the ground spike here kind of. I feel like the gameplay here is overall a bit weirdly structured in a sense, like with the ground spikes. You can see like how little there is on this side compared to like this side where you can like cover the entire screen. Like, let me just zoom all the way in, like about here. You can see that much, and this is how that much is. Like, you get the point. Ooh. I think this could have a bit more, like pulsing energy for like maybe like those outlines or maybe or something. I feel like it's just like missing the punchiness of the first part, you know, especially with the breed drop. Okay, now this part is definitely bringing that back. I love how. I also like how. What am I said? Okay, it entered the drop, but overall, really sick stuff. Because like you get you definitely have a clear vision for what you want to do, which is always pretty great. I think this part is probably the weakest due to how there's like, I think it's just like the lack of color compared to like every other part. Like you have the brightness here. I think this is a little, you could add a little more structure in here. Brony stars. I mean, of course, I also star grind. I think I'm gonna play this the second time because there's a lot you can do. I think just like there's just a lot of dark details that I think you could like, instead of just using straight up black here, you could have a little more like a really dark red, for example. Just like cover that. But other than that, it's like not that bad. This part I do like the originality of, like the vision of it, but it also feels a bit out of place in a sense compared to everything else. This is like, the theming is kind of inconsistent here overall, but it's like not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, definitely. I'm just kind of nitpicking here. I think this part was the best by far with how clean it looks. And this is like the kind of color that it needed. And this is where it kind of gets empty again, but yeah. Other than that, it's really sick. Style away? Okay, yeah. Now that I think about it, it's pretty good. But yeah, congrats on the rate. Really awesome that he got it. For sure. Awesome level. Next one is another newcomer here. ID, the thing is 17, and next one is bada bing bada boom. A Good Place by Demon Chassa. Okay, enjoy the level. Where is it? Okay. Let's see what it is. It's a ruckus level. Ooh! You got me hooked already. Okay, first of all, you can see the blur on these. You could have maybe picked a slightly better object for that, but for like those squares, but circles. But that's totally okay. Again, it's not a huge biggie. Okay, I'm gonna replay that again because like I feel like I don't know why, but it like breaks the sync sometimes. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay, yeah, for the beginning of this song, or like, there was like a little break before the drop, and nothing changed. I feel like you could have maybe done something here. I do like the way like the structures are placed here. I also like to use the ground as well. It also feels quite static, in a sense. There's like not that many moving objects other than like the background. And yeah, that was pretty fun though. Like the gameplay was pretty harmless. I didn't have any issues with that. And I do feel like the style could have like had a little more going. But I definitely agree with Kotzi here. The song definitely could have been used quite... You could have utilized quite a bit for the thing. And yeah. Other than that, pretty cool stuff. Just like make the level represent the song a little more, and yeah. Anyway, there are a number of 18 IDs. I might do a form reset for Rick. Let's see how many. I would say a couple more levels before I reset the form. And yeah. Okay, next one is preview. Among Us GD. Preview 3. We got Among Us. Among Us. It is actually Among Us. Wait. Please enjoy the animation. Alright, bet. I'm down for an animation. Create play. Okay. I wanna... Okay, I just broke the thing. It didn't mean to restart the level. I'm not gonna be... The menu has definitely changed, like, since, other stuff here. This game looks fine. I'm gonna try it just once. That was actually literally me. I don't really review stuff for the thing. Okay, loading. It just... Okay, for the opening cutscene, it was pretty good. I think it could utilize easings for, like, movements. For, like, the cube movements, as well as, like, some of the animations here. And, yeah. Yo, VPJ, my user although uses Windows 96. You mean 95? Is Spacone already played? No. I don't think it is. Let me see if Spacone is already played. I don't think... No, it's still in the form. Okay, 17 levels in the form. And it is... It is a level by GeoGuessr, Solar Dive. It is Deep Dive, Hard Demon. Is there a video? There is a video. Cycles. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can play this first. Oh, what? That's... Huh? Okay, I'm just dying to... No idea why I'm dying there. However, if I can pull up the video for this one, I think that could explain quite a bit more. Oh, the video has been taken down. Well... Oh wait, never mind. I missed a thing. Give me a moment. It is here. Let's see it. Let me quickly check. Okay, I just seen the video. Good. All right. Very nullscapes or shardscapes inspired. I do like the way the mountain is like covered here. It's just like... I just like the vibes of this. I also like the way the forest looks. The variation is pretty nice. You can have the little crumbling and stuff. You can maybe like add like parts of the forest like flying into space here as well. But that could be just me. Oh. Oh. I think that was like a little cut there, but yeah, that was otherwise not that bad. Alright, let me switch it back here. That was pretty freaking sick. I'll be pretty short though. I think it could benefit from developing it a little more, other than just the forest and whatnot. Wasn't this one with the absolute diabolical... You've seen this ending? That's a why Sam Denby. Ah, good old Sam Denby. Didn't notice the stream started? Oh, it started a long time ago, Mickey. It started a long time ago. Shotscapes better than nullscapes? Based opinion? Anyway. That was pretty cool though. I would say. There was some cool stuff. Let's see how much I've been streaming. I'm gonna give one more level. And then I shall reset the form. And after that, and then we have a 1 hour countdown. Anyway, we have 18 levels in the form. We get ID number 18. How funny. It is Blast Impact by GD2380. Okay, this might be a blast processing copy. Let's see that first. Let's whip that in. It is indeed a copy of blast processing, which is a modified copy and therefore is gonna be a skip, I'm afraid. Okay, the last actual level for before I reset is 12. Pale Ladies by Nye. It's a 10-star. It's probably a hard demon. GG's on send. I want to see this. Ooh, okay. Off the bat, I like the punchy atmosphere. Okay. We might... Really, I like the simplistic atmosphere of this. Oh. I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling badly. Okay, there we go. I also like the extra indication that these are like different with like, okay, wait. Yeah, I might fire up the video in a minute, but because like I definitely could. Okay, I just noticed this. There's like a pink orb at the pink orb text. That's not a bad way to deal with the decoration, or like not the decoration, the side readability issue. But then you get jump scared by the rest of the level, which actually. Yeah, you get pretty much jump scared by the rest, which is kinda rough. Which still makes that pretty rough as a transition, so it's gonna... But I do appreciate the attempt here. For sure. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely bringing up the video. I'm bad, and you know what? Biggest imaginable, ha? Yeah. Alright, give me a moment. Let me switch it up again. Do we have a video? We have a video. Alright, perfect. Let's see the video. I do like the simplistic atmosphere of this. Very clean atmosphere in a sense, and I also like how it expands on with the glow at the edges here. This part is, however, is probably the weakest, and well, here's part of the reason. You can just like have all the colors be the same color. and it kind of looks a little bit whack as a result. And I think you could have the reversing black and white stuff, and you can have him be like here. You're gonna have him invert pretty much, and then have something else kind of pulse instead, because it creates like frames like this, which makes it like a little. How could I put the word without? Oh well. I also noticed the structuring here could be improved as well. You have a lot of these pillars, which is like not bad here because like it is pretty crowded. So, but I can tell it kind of the structuring kind of got a bit more lazy towards this part. What? The gameplay does seem pretty okay. And we get the color expansion as well. This rocks. Hey, banger way to end that, for sure. Pale, I don't know, Rolly. I don't know. I think it just needs a couple more cleanups here and there with details. But otherwise, really cool ideas as well as... And, yeah. Also, the fact that it's like named Pale Ladies as well, it kind of makes me remind of White Women, which is another level. Anyway, I'm gonna reset the form right about now. Feel free to submit your levels. For reset, please submit your levels there again. Most of the ideas definitely relate to the original level, not making them too original as a whole, but it works. Fair. I mean, fair. So it's like a remake, is what you're saying. I actually haven't seen the White Woman the level, so that probably makes sense. A YVPW, you can send your level in the form. The form is now reset, so yep. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time for the thing. We have 6 levels in the form. We get number 3. Number 3 is... Hey, it's Enden's level. It's Hoppipolla. Polla. I've already seen this. It's a banger. Pretty much the sequel to Bring the Sun, sent by Gigs. I'm gonna play it. This one's a pretty long one as well. Oh, bro, okay. This one's a demon, so... But I have seen the level, so I think I can finish it this time around. And it didn't seem that hard, based on what I saw, so... Actually, was this a demon? It was a... Yeah, it is a demon. I know this is also a Nong, but it's like, it has a custom replacement song, which is pretty sick. Which fits pretty well to the thing. Okay, I feel like the indicators here kind of ruined that effect, unfortunately. I do see the vision as to what you were trying to do, though. Whoa. I'm done. I like the treetops here, the birds, the water, the boats. Okay. I can kind of see where to go. My initial concern was that it was going to be a bit unclear in a sense, but so far it actually has been quite clear, so yeah. We get some pretty simplistic stuff here as a break as well. Gameplay's been pretty consistent. Then again, I never really doubt ended on that regard. Yes. Yeah. Okay, this part is pretty easy in that sense. Though giving it to like a break part, I could excuse it, but that's the Nokia theme, by the way. Dun 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 dun. I don't know if anyone in chat will get that. It's the Nokia hands thing. Okay, now we're in a mine shaft. Okay, that little, or I'm pretty sure that's a torch, or like a lantern is kind of brutal. Wait, how am I meant to do this? Okay, there we go. That's very theory of everything too, kind of. Sneaky with the things. Overall, really cool level. Okay, wait. I'm gonna bring chat in as well. Advertiser break. You all got the ad break in the middle of that. I know the lore of Pus. The lore of Pus, in a sense. I wonder if I should tell the lore of Pus. It's a bit of a joke me and Endon has had for quite a while. You didn't go for the Nokia thing? It kind of reminded me of the Nokia thing though. We got the swing sets. We can jump over the guy with the hand. The soccer man over there kind of feeling funny in that regard. We get the tree. Ah, okay. Actually do need to hit the orbs. And then we get to the ending, which it was my favorite part in that sense. This part just like oozes the creativity. With like how it's upside down, the way it's like... Okay, well, it does take inspiration from Necropolis, but yeah. How long is this level? It is 4.5 minutes. Thankfully for you, it is. It is just about over. Just a couple more jumps here. I think I said everything I have to say. It's just like a really good 1.0 level. Bit on the simpler side, but in some aspects, some in others. Obviously a banger. Either way, a banger. We need to... What did I do? Submit my level? There's still gonna be a lot of levels that I'm gonna have to play. But that was a banger from Ender right there. Let's see if it gets rated. Alright, 12 submissions on the form. We get item number 8. It is ASIC by Sweet Talking. Using Faster by good kid band. Let me see if more than unlimited fun. What do you mean? Okay, pretty fascinating that you didn't just go for the 2x speed here. Okay. I think this is unfinished, so I'm not gonna judge much on the deco. I really love the moves here. And the block designs also seem pretty okay as well. That's my mind out there this time. Yeah, yeah, the gameplay in this rocks. First of all. And, okay, I feel like the background is spinning a little too fast, I would say. Unless you can, like, mask that pretty well, which... Yeah. I wouldn't have it spinning that much, though, because, like, kinda distracts from the rest of the rest of the vibes of that. As for the decorations, let me play this back real quick. This is not bad. I would say I think it could use a little more punch in terms of like pulses. Maybe like add glow to like accompany the rainbow bits as well. But other than that, really cool stuff. I mean, there's definitely potential in this. I think this is a nice start. Really good colors, really good gameplay, and some other. I think it just needs like a little more punch for song. Punch for the pulses so far. All in all, pretty sick. This gameplay flows pretty well. I agree. Hey, the Pro 8 friends, there is a pinned form. Please submit your levels there. And then you can also like remove those kinds of messages. You can do that. Anyway, we have 12 levels in the form. It's gonna be 9. It is Gotgenung. Gotgenug. It's a Nong? Well, I don't have Jukebox, so so this will be a test to see if the replacement song is pretty good, so yeah. I think this, was this sent? It wasn't sent. I think no song in YouTube description. Okay. Well, screw that. Okay, we got the meme, and I broke the level. The auto's a bit broken. I'll just play it out. I'll just play it out like this. There's not that much going for it. And it broke. Okay, well, I'm gonna say the stuff from the editor. This is don't click at the wave. I mean, if you don't want people to click on the wave, how was I supposed to know that? Let's just put it at that. Okay. All right, let's see the rest. Yeah, there's definitely a bug on there. with the stuff, so. The rest of this is pretty simple in terms of structures. I do wish you could expand further on those, but it's like not that bad in a sense, and that's where it ends. Pretty good gameplay. I would see this as like a super easy level. The auto, unfortunately, is pretty buggy though, it seems. I would call it like a 3-star maybe here. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool layout. Which place am I at? Missed the results. For these are not the final results, but you are, I believe you are 2nd place. I believe you are on 2nd place, Mega. Okay, next level is, where was the thing? There it is. There are 13 levels in the form. We get ID number 5. Who is ID number? What is ID number 5, you may ask? It is Sonic Static by Minion the Goats. Awesome level. I do want to see. I don't think it is copied, but I do want to check if it is. Okay, it just leads back in here. Okay, let's just go for it. I think I was... Okay, yeah, I was definitely supposed to... This is not the sun? I like the vibes of this. I do wish the... level felt overall more details. You could like add a slight bit of little bit of texture to these things. I'm stuck in the stream. Overall, I think some detail just could be added here and there. Maybe like a dirt grass layer as well. Some hills. Overall, just like a little bit more variety in terms of like structures, colors, all that stuff. Overall, not bad at all. I like the gameplay of this quite a bit. It just needs like a little more variety in structuring and yeah, overall just like variety aside from like the thing background changing. Next level is, oh, give me a sec. Needed a drink. Next one is Spokane by Wilex GD. This was a demon. Okay, first of all, I like the ideas here. First of all, I think you could utilize the ground here. Maybe even make it disappear with the options trigger. Low-key. Because like you definitely have a lot of cool ideas. IDs are picked in randomly, yeah. I tried to get geometry mechanic. Hey, good luck on that. Alright, next. Okay, let's see what's up. Okay, we're just getting into congregation territory all of a sudden. This was a interesting choice. This is like a yeah, this is definitely turned into a collection of different levels. I think in that regard, I would say just be more original. You can like do a lot of stuff for sure. As for these, I think you could, for these, try to like have a bit more, like try to use like the corners and whatnot instead of just like spamming this, unless you know what you're doing. Otherwise, it's like, because like a lot of the times like these just like kind of feel. Where do I take IDs from? I take IDs from a form. I have it pinned. Yep, that's that. I think I cheesed that one, but you're gonna rewatch the stream because I gotta go in 10 minutes. I know it gets rolled. That's fair. I think overall it just needs a bit more originality. And also like, let me just like go to the editor here. What do you... I get a lot of IDs on stream, and if I were to like pick levels with a queue, like in order, a lot of the people who would join late just wouldn't have a chance, like at all. I'd rather have everyone suffer than the people who come in late suffer, you know, or the other way around of that. But yeah, clear parts taken from other levels. This one I think also is taken from something. I can't take. I'm not sure though. Okay, maybe it might be Cosmos. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of different assets. Why would there? There's no malware on the forum. It's the forum is from Google Forums, and the only thing you are sending me are just like IDs and whatnot, and the IDs go to a place that only I can see, and that's also within Google. Nothing else is sent. You can just like, it's all I'm really seeing is just like text and a different thing. Anyway, next one is, there's 18 in the forum. How did you guys cook up so many levels in the forum? What the heck? Okay, there's 2 IDs here. I'm gonna pick only one. Let's go. I'm gonna spin a wheel. Let's spin a wheel for this one. I'm gonna only pick one level here. But let's wheel off. I'm gonna pick the random name pickup. Give me a moment. Then we can have some fun real quick. Alright, I think that's pretty good for the forum. Let's switch up the browser real quick. And let's see which one we are gonna play next, because this guy submitted 2 IDs. We are playing the one with the 3s at the end, I think. Never mind. That's our level. That is indeed our level. Let's get into it. Let's see what Squawberry and Wanna has cooked up. It is Bubble and Queagle and Orwats has dealt with this. Ooh. I definitely didn't do that. Off the bat, I would say that there's a lot of the spacing here is quite open. You could add a bit more structuring or something going on, and to like maybe make this not look like an ocean of ground spikes. I like the way the energies. I like the energy in this one. The way the glows are present in it. This definitely falls on the very super simple side of things. Okay, some of the glow pillars were a little off there as well. This part, however, feels a little more flat. I think you could add a bit more movement to like fix this. And yeah, that was that. You could also add a bit more onto the objects. Or not the object, I mean to the end screen here. To make it have a bit more, some more interesting things going on. I would say Orotz's comment actually like goes. I think Orotz's comment puts my words pretty clearly in a pretty concise way. I would say like overall just like have a bit more detail going on from like structuring to overall just like a bit more block design, because like a lot of them were just like a simple block and that's pretty much it. I think you could like a little bit more over there. What would you say is the hardest level I've been in? It is 8-0. Why are you copy pasting people's IP addresses? Am I though? Next one is 20 levels in the form all of a sudden. You guys are crazy. Just kidding, you guys aren't crazy. Okay, next one is Dots by Akume. Or Dots Final. I think this is just like old gameplay updated with 2.2 triggers. Alright, bet. Okay, we got a layout here. Oh. Do I not? Okay, I do not. Gameplay flows pretty well. Flows pretty well. I think some parts feel a little bit easier than others, such as the yeah. I definitely didn't. I'm not sure if I did that part right. Oh. And that's just pretty much like an instantaneous thing, instantaneous orb jump. That was really good in terms of the gameplay. I did not have that many issues with it. Some balancing here and there could be done, but like it's not the most noticeable. All right, next one is there's 22 in the forum. It's 3. ID number 3. Show the wheel. I already showed the wheel. Can you give me much? Does you know me? Everyone just like read last. Yeah, that layout was pretty great. Next one is Stereotype. Okay, this might be a ski. Given the stereo in the title, this might be a stereo minus copy. It doesn't look that promising. There's a copy button here. Re-uploaded. Okay, that might change things. Let's see if this. Okay, it does bring it back here. Okay. I would say this is different enough to... Yeah, this is different. Okay. Pretty basic in terms of like 1.0 stuff. Very Robsoft like. I think the corners here. I think my main concern so far is just the way this things are structured, and also off-screen gameplay. Just if you, for gameplay, if you ever like think about, like, say you were a player, would you rather know what's coming up ahead or just get blinded by stuff like this? You can like think about that. And whatever you think of it, if you just like act like a player and just like you don't know what's coming, and then if it just like suddenly comes in, that might be a bit of an issue. You could like fix on that. Pretty clubstead monster over there. Overall, I think this just needs a little more visibility in a sense. There's a lot of off-screen gameplay here that makes this like kind of, how can I say it? It makes it like a little on-site readable as a result, and I do feel like this is a bit of a modified copy of Stereo Menace, but it's like different enough to like be like a bit of a distinction. This part, however, is definitely far easier than the rest. Oh, there's a little more. Yeah, I definitely would say you could definitely like use a bit more variety in structures, as well as just like the off-screen gameplay. And yeah, that was that. It was barely enough to... It was like their own take on Stereo Menace, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun. Not that much to say though. I do wish different kinds of stuff. Okay. My voice is getting tired. Oh boy. 14. What is 14? It is Outlaw by Third Exo. Alright, Sweet Sin has played this. Ooh. Pretty promising level in a sense. I don't have that many issues with it yet. I would say... Okay, that background is kind of trippy for some reason. I would say it just needs a bit more energy into like... I think it just needs pulses in general. Okay, you have pulses here, but... That's just about it. I think the pulses could... There's really good ideas percent. And yeah. I think some of those ideas could be elevated by just adding pulses or not. I think one more thing about I think the background here is a bit basic. In a sense, for like bro, someone's leaving the stream. That's just how it goes sometimes with the streams. And yeah, Spotter got out. Yep. I also like the lyrics here. I wonder if it's like an allium if it was made with allium here. I do agree with a YSV, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. It just needs a little more punch. Once again, with the pulses. You could maybe like add a blending screen to do that stuff with like a gradient on both sides, blending enabled, and overall not bad. Next one is 9. What is 9? It's gold circles by Bailey the Kid. There's a copy button. I don't think there's... Okay, yeah, this... I don't think this is a copy, really, but... Off the bat, pretty much inspired by 9 circles. For these corners, there are specific slabs you can use, so you don't have to like cut them off like that. And you can also add ground spikes here to just avoid this. But I do like the glow pillars, and the effect itself is like not too badly produced. Okay. Once again, with like the mini portals, like they are, like, how was I supposed to know that was like upside down? It kind of hurts the side readability of this level a bit, but it's like, overall it's like not that bad. And yeah, that was that. Not bad in terms of sync, but I do think you can develop some of the decorations here, as well as add some elements that don't break your level, pretty much. I think that's the best I can put that. Okay, next up, 14 in the forum. Let's see the chat. He's trying so hard to be positive. Yeah, sometimes it's just like quite a bit of random stuff. What did you use Logibot? It broke. I actually did use Logibot in one stream, and it just didn't work at all. So I just used the forum, and I also get like quite a lot of ideas in general. So yeah. Anyway, next up, decoration test. This is 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay. Okay, apparently it's me being bad. That's the thing. Definitely not bad of a decoration. I would say... What could I say? I'm gonna go back. I would say these connector blocks, the way they like just like kind of clash through all of the bricks here and all that. I feel like that could be a bit distracting in that sense. It makes it feel a little bit more messy, which is not an issue here. So that I think is my suggestion here. Just like have a bit more stuff here, and I think you could improve. I think you could use the outline here to like power the. You can just have the outline be white here. And yeah. Pretty good test, I would say. I suggest you use that for an actual level. Hey, Samuel Mendoji, please submit your level into the form. Welcome back, Easy Demon T. Alright, next up, we got 24 levels in the form. And we get diveness. 8 seconds long, ... with a dislike. I think I'm gonna check this one off screen in case it's some weird stuff. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. I will say if it's bad or not. I don't think it's bad, but okay. Well, it is an innocent level. I will say that. So it is an innocent level, but there's gonna be something to give feedback for. Okay. Oh. Well, this is off to a fun start. But first of all, with the sauce, I think you could like varieties, have some of the smaller ones be there, and yeah. Oh, Loki bot. I don't think is that the actual Loki bot? I don't know. I haven't been using the Loki bot. I haven't been using Loki bot in years, and it didn't work. So it didn't work on me. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna be a wuss and just no-click this, because... And I think I just skipped the stuff here. Look, there's just not that much to give feedback on. I'm afraid... I think it could start from decorating the, or like having some sauce here, and I also think you could add a little more to. I think you could use some blocks here instead of spikes, and yeah, that's that. And yeah, whatever, man. There's no Loki bot on stream. Sorry, guys. What's up? What's up with that? All right, 25. Let's see how much time I have. I will have time for 2 more levels, I think. Depends on how long they're. Maybe I have 10 minutes. 10 minutes left before I end the stream. So what is 7? I got ID number. I got 7 here. It is by Maitredumps. For fuck's sake. I hate FNAF. Look, you're gonna give me a jump scare here. Whatever. Y'all gonna get jump scared? Where's the jump scare? Okay. There's, I don't know how you can how to play FNAF, so this is like kind of whatever in that sense. So I don't know how to play FNAF, but that, from what I saw, I really wish I could give this a try in a sense. I want to see how it looks in the editor, I guess. I feel like not getting scared at the end of the day. Where's the jump scare? I actually kind of want to see the jump scare. Oh, there it is. It's like the little clowns. Is this like a door or something? And then you got It's a pretty simple level, it seems. Like, 2 of those kind of just give the jump scare, and 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them give the jump scare. It's like a pick a door or something. I don't know. I wish I could like give a bit more, to that, but yeah. Hey, Zendor, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Organizer. W. I actually finally got Gmail. That's fun. Have I done with the CC levels? Yeah, it's in the beginning of the stream. There was one level that got screwed over by the unlisted bug, so I'll have to deal with that as well. Yep. Alright. We get 25. It is 18. Their favorite level is Dash. 500. Okay. 500 cigarettes. Okay, this is a 500 object level. Now, I kind of wanted to join this contest for a while. Yeah, do submit to the forum, please. Thanks for submitting, though. Alright. Let's see how the 500 cigarettes are used. Ooh! I would say this is pretty well... This is some good usage. I think I do want to drop some practice mode stuff here and there. Oh, this is nice. For 500 objects. I kind of want to redo this challenge in 2.2 now that I've like seen it, like seeing what people can do. Because like the last time I did this challenge, it was in 2.1, and that was a whole different kind of worms. Because like you can use particles and shaders and all that cool stuff now. Like look at this! Come on! There's just so much cool stuff in here. Really good colors and whatnot for... Really good colors and whatnot for 400 objects. Well made level. I think that's a 4-star. I think Chloe says it's pretty good. I was thinking for 500 objects it could have done a bit more. Really? Really? I also agree with this comment as well. I was expecting a bit more funny over that. That was sick though. That was sick. Alright. Next up. 23 on the forum. And that is... Lost in Dots, I think. By Dread Destiny. There's a copy here. I think could be a collab. Yeah, it's probably a collab. I'm gonna just play it. Seemed okay. Ooh, okay, modern level. I feel like I think you could do a bit more with the structure in here, given how they're all like blocky, in a sense. I do like this style as well. It does remind me of like stuff people used to build back in 2.1. That transition was very delayed. I think that's... And that was that. Overall, I think this had a pretty good foundation what it is. However, I do think the simplicity of it... not the simplicity. I think the simplicity is fine in a sense, but the way the structures were handled on at least the beginning parts, you could have done a bit more on that regard. as well as the water object there. I think it got better in the latter halves of the level. Like, I think the water here just like kind of, I think it just moves around the same way as the other part, like make it lose kind of all its depth in a sense. So, which is why that felt a bit more flat. Is the thing. I think a simple solution is to just have the thing move around a bit more. And yeah. Next up, we have ID number 1, or like not ID number, the first person who sent the level into the form after the reset. So let's put that into the IDs. Roam dash. Is it finger dash? It has that many objects. Interesting level. Okay, it is an actual level. I like the punchiness of the shake over there. What is this? I think you also use like the glow thingy. I think that like makes the level feel quite. Oh, wait. Okay. I think some of the shader effects here are pretty overbearing in a sense, to the point that it's like kind of distracting from the actual level itself. As for the sound effects, I don't really mind them that much, but I feel like I know other people are gonna disagree me on that one. Okay. As for this one, I just couldn't see the spike there at all. Like, if it was this spike, I would have definitely like seen it a bit more. I think that's a little leftover you had it over there. Also, like the I'm just like listing every fault. Oh my god. Oh, that was a fan. That's fair. Hey, where's the... Okay. Okay, yeah. I get that. I would say to also not rely so much on the orbs, so you can have a bit more of a better flow for gameplay. And some easing fixes as well to some of these areas. Pretty good, pretty neat level in concept though, that's for sure. Just like improve on structuring, I would say. A lot of them felt pretty blocky again. Tone down those shaders, and just like don't rely on orbs that much for gameplay. Anyways, I think that's about it for that stream. I think I'm very much done for the day. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. I hope you enjoyed seeing all these levels, and I sure enjoyed a lot of the things. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can join on my Discord server, link is in the description. I hope you have a nice day, evening, I don't know what your time zone is, or time of day is. And bye! Thanks for coming.